Hello everyone. Today I'll take a topic, inheritance. Inheritance is a feature by which one class can acquire the properties of another class. A class that is inherited is called superclass, and the class that does the inheriting is called a subclass. Therefore, subclass is a specialized version of superclass. It inherits all the instance variables and methods defined in the superclass, and at the same time it can define its own instance variables and methods. So to inherit a class, simply we have to incorporate the definition of one class into the another class by using extends keyword. Let us see the syntax for inheritance. Class keyword followed by name of the subclass, then extends keyword followed by name of the superclass, immediately followed by the body of the subclass. So in the body of the subclass, you can define the instance variables and methods which are specific to the derived class. That means your subclass will have all the instance variables and methods defined in the parent class as well as the instance variables and methods defined in it. Let us see one example. Here I have a class A and I have defined two instance variables in class A and one method, that is show ij. So in the body of show ij, just I am displaying the value of I and j. Now I'll extend class B from class A. That means A is my subclass and B is my subclass and A is my superclass. That means I am inheriting class B from class A. So as already we have discussed the syntax to inherit is class keyword followed by name of the subclass, extends keyword followed by name of the superclass. So again we have the body of class B, wherein I have declared one more instance variable k which is specific to B and two methods in class B, that is show k and sum. Thereafter I have a class simple inheritance, then I have a main method. Within main I am creating an instance of a superclass and an instance of a subclass. That means object of superclass and object of subclass. So as already we know, whenever an object is created, every object will receive a copy of instance variables of its class. So now super OB is a object of class A. That means it will receive a copy of instance variables defined in class A. So in class A, two instance variables are defined, those are I and j. That means every object of class A will receive a copy of I and j. So super OB will have I as well as j portion. I am assigning a value to I and j portions of superclass object as 10 and 20 respectively. Thereafter I have one print statement here. Then there comes a method invocation. With respect to the superclass object, I am invoking show ij. The control goes to show ij method defined in class A, wherein I am printing the value of I and j. So whenever I say ij in show method, it is going to take the I and j of the object with respect to which the method is called. So here we have called the method with respect to superclass object. That means it is going to print the value of I and j which is assigned to superclass object, which is 10 and 20 in this case. So it is going to display 10 and 20. Thereafter one print statement is there. There comes assigning the value to the subclass object. So subclass, whenever you create an object of subclass, it is also going to receive a copy of all the instance variable defined in the subclass B. So now in B, the instance variable defined is K only, but it is inherited from A. That means class B will receive I and j as well as show ij. So whenever you create an object of class B, it will receive a copy of instance variable I and j from its parent and k, which is defined in its class. So totally the subclass object will have a copy of I, j and k. That is why we have to set the value to I, j and k of subclass object, which I am doing here, which are assigned 7, 8 and 9 respectively. Thereafter, I am invoking show ij and show k with respect to subclass object. So whenever I say sub ob dot show ij, the control goes to show ij method defined in class A. Then it is going to display I and j values. This time I and j values of subclass object, because I have invoked the method with respect to subclass object now. Next, show k method is invoked. So control goes to show k method, which is defined in the subclass B. So there I'll be printing the value of k. So in the show k method, whenever I refer k, I am referring the k portion of sub object, because with respect to sub object I have invoked this function. Thereafter again I am invoking sum method with respect to subclass object only. Again the control goes to sum method, wherein I will be displaying the summation of I, j, k. Whenever I say I, j, k, this time it is going to take the values of I, j, k of sub object, because this method is invoked with respect to sub object. So I, j, k values of sub object sub ob dot I, sub ob dot j, sub ob dot k. What are the values assigned? 7, 8, 9. Summation of these three will be printed, which is 24. See, that means whenever you are inheriting a class B from class A, class B will receive all the members of class A automatically, and it can define its own instance variables and methods. The main advantage of inheritance is reusability of the code. So what all properties are there in A, if you want to have them in B also, you need not write it once again. Directly you can incorporate all those in class B. Whatever new is there, only that you can add in class B. So one example I had told you earlier, that is, suppose if you take a car Maruti 800. So Maruti 800 is your class A, so which has certain set of properties, and you want to have Maruti Alto, then automatically you can inherit all the properties of 800 plus additional things what you want to give in your Maruti Alto, those only can be added.